Looking for photography tips, inspiration, ideas, or anything about film? Well, you've come to the right place. Born in Film and Photo Nation present Film Factor Podcast. Follow us on our social platforms at Born in Film on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
An understatement to say that 2020 was a very challenging year for all of us, with all the uncertainties and unusual circumstances that we were faced. The entire situation has affected not only our nation's economy, but also the way we live our lives. As we adapt to the new reality, it is essential to continue finding joy and inspiration even in the smallest of things, and seize the opportunities every day to keep us motivated to move forward. This is the primary reason why we have spearheaded the Enjoy Everyday campaign for Ortigas Malls this 2021.
Agos Studio joined the Ortigas Art Festival because of our shared vision that art is for all. And this platform can be reached the widest audience possible.
I am Undersecretary Liza Diño-Seguerra of the Film Development Council of the Philippines. And we at the FDCP are delighted to be part of the 4th Ortigas Art Festival. Ngayon po nakikita natin ang intersectionality ng iba't ibang klaseng art. And with the government's directive to really amplify and elevate and give support to creative industries, events like this will really empower our artists and filmmakers. Ortigas Art Festival is a great avenue to showcase some of our artists' work of wonder under one roof, encompassing various art media, and now including film. Thank you again for that, sir.
I would love to see the Ortigas Art Festival continuously thriving and innovating in the years to come. And despite the unusual shifts that we have been facing in these times, I hope that we can continue to support our local artists and the entire art community. Let us all work together to keep art alive. So again, on behalf of Ortigas Land, thank you and enjoy the 4th Ortigas Art Festival.
Almost 1 million people have now died of COVID-19 worldwide.
The Philippines reporting the first coronavirus death outside of China.
Amazing number of Filipinos work in our NHS. These are the immigrants currently saving people's lives.
Yes.
Coming here and actually enriching our country and doing an amazing job. So thank you to all the Filipinos who are here doing all this amazing work.
They want you to know that you, all of you, are their heroes. Huwag po kayo susuko, bayani po kayong lahat. And remember, there is only one thing we say to the God of death. Not today.
I wish I could swim like dolphins can swim, though nothing will keep us together. We can beat them forever and ever. How we can be heroes just for one day. How we can be heroes just for one day. I will be king, and you will be queen. Though nothing will drive us away, how we can be heroes just for one day. How we can be us just for one day. I can remember standing by the wall, and the guns shout above our heads, and we kiss as though nothing could fall. And the shame was on the other side. Oh, we can beat them forever and ever. day.
We are a proud generation of visual storytellers, young and old alike, across all gender, beyond ethnicity, thriving in an online community. Built in the Philippines for the world. From the streets of Intramuros to the ringing bells of Chalon-sur-Saône, atop the great mountains of the Himalayas to the deeps of the Great Barrier Reef. Across Asia, Europe, Oceania, Africa, and the Americas. We will tell stories. We are Photo Nation, and the passion will live on.
Photo Nation. 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 Ang Photo Nation.
To your regularly scheduled program.
When your camera is made by Kodak, you know it's good.
Tonight, I'd like to show you one of the world's great cameras.
Tonight, I'd like to show you a new idea in picture taking.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up.
I see the picture in my mind's eye, and I give it to you as the equivalent of what I saw and felt.
We choose to go to the moon.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
We will never forget that we are analog human beings.
My job is to be authentic.
We all love stories. We're born for them.
Coming to you live from Stratobox Studios in Manila, Philippines.
Hi guys, welcome back to Film Factor Podcast. My name is Franz, and tonight we have lots of friends and guests for you. We are back with Season 3 of Film Factor Podcast, Born in Film on Air, where it's a show where we talk about people from the industry and their passion for the arts. Again, we're a live simulcast on Facebook Live, IGTV. So for our friends who are here, happy Saturday. Invite your friends over by sharing this live video now. Again, the hotline is now up. Don't forget to ring us on Viber at 63921-408-8898 or just simply scan this QR code. Again, that's 63921-408-8898. We will be accepting questions and greetings later. We would like to thank each of you for being a huge part of this passionate community. Let's check the current standing. Photo Nation now has 11,900 members across 101 countries. If you haven't yet, invite your friends over. Photo Nation is for everyone. Last year, we began a series of live sessions within Photo Nation. It's among the first live photography podcasts in the Philippines. The very first one we aired on April 5, where we talked about the importance of printing with Alvin Lee. From there, we met photographers like Australian marine life photographer Darren Ju from Tales by Light series on Netflix. And we also met photographers like Ali Reyes, who began everyday photography workshops, and Ricky Ladja, a respected commercial photographer, both of which were part of Digital Photographer Philippines. From there, we met photographers or other community legends like Ryan Odenchal, who leads the Rasco community, and Miss Harvey Chua, the co-founder of one of the country's pioneer advertising photography studios. Watch our latest episodes available now on demand via YouTube and our Facebook page. They're also on Acast, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. Just search for Film Factor Podcast. New episodes are coming this March on our new time slot, 8:30 p.m. That's Philippine time. If you miss an episode, do check them out later. We have replays available after every show. Film Factor Podcast will be celebrating our first anniversary on March 25, where we will be having replays of some of our first few episodes. So do watch out for that. Photo Nation has ever since been at the forefront of this new culture of photographers where it doesn't matter what medium you use as long as you deliver the output that you seek. For us who built the platform, what matters most is the photographer's eye. It has ever since shaped the way we do things, and now we are back with more. Let's all watch this.
Portraits have always been what's interesting to me.
I'm happy to greet this gathering of motion picture engineers.
Art is photography, sharing, taking what you see and sharing it with others.
Don't be afraid. Get out there, shoot some film.
I think Photo Nation can be a catalyst.
Photography is united.
seizing the day, because after all, life has so much to offer, and life is more beautiful, colorful, and meaningful with art. Now, having said this, we found all the reasons why we should proceed with the fourth run of the festival. And besides, since 2018, Ortigas Art Festival has already been a signature event of Estancia. Luckily, when I had a discussion with Mr. Renato Habulan, our exhibit head, and Ms. Helen Mirasol, our consultant, it's all systems go. Apart from the year-long training that Mr. Habulan had started, to my surprise, there were several artists who were interested to join. Aside from that, we took in the challenge of including film, which was Miss Helen's suggestion. Thankfully, Born in Film through you, France, and of course, the Film Development Council of the Philippines through USEC Liza Diño-Seguerra, agreed to be part of this festival. You see, this is overwhelming for us. This means that more organizations believe in our vision of making art more accessible. We have a common goal of making people appreciate various art forms. Not only do we help Filipino artists who might be affected by the pandemic, through our CSR program, which we also started this year, a percentage of all proceeds will be given to Art Relief Mobile Kitchen, whose main mission is to feed calamity-stricken areas of the country. So thank you, Mang Ato, for having them on board. Ortigas Art Festival 2021 is really something that I am proud of. The impact of art is immense and indescribable. In a nutshell, why proceed? We had the objective of inspiring people to think positive and keep looking at the brighter side of things through art. It is a good avenue for improving mental health, which is a common concern nowadays. In having the Ortigas Art Festival, there is sharing of talent, sharing of blessings, and sharing a spark of hope. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Mo. Yun, napakaganda nung sinabi ni Miss Mo. Siguro I can ipasa ko naman siguro kay Mang Ato. Mang Ato, artists are known to, yun nga hibernate. Kumbaga, for a long period, di ba, yung mga artists, they are actually known to hibernate. And then, itong pandemic na to, baka nga nakatulong pa siya, di ba? Na, I mean, in a positive way. So, kumbaga, looking at the silver lining of things, ano yung masasabi niyo po dito?
Well, nakatulong naman, no? But in my experience, creativity does not come in isolation. It comes when you interact with your colleagues and you engage with your audience and your community.
Ayun, Mga Ato. And also, ito nga we know na some of the other festivals and activities have decided to either postpone or gawin nilang online. Pero ito, yung Ortigas Art Festival, is still here, still standing. Ano po yung message na nade-deliver nito amidst, I mean, to artists amidst this pandemic?
Dito talaga ako bumilib sa Ortigas Art Festival, no? I've been attracted by Ortigas Art Festival since the inception because of our common belief that art is for all. Yun yung nag-attract sa akin, no? Na talagang sumali ng tuloy-tuloy. So when we prepared this year festival, we wanted to be ready for all the challenges that we will face in the new reality. To maximize our reach for a new audience, we produce more creative ways in presenting our virtual exhibit. So yung virtual exhibit, napaka-importante because kung sakaling hindi tayo payagan sa face-to-face or sa physical exhibition, meron tayong fallback. But luckily we had, so we really try hard in presenting a physical exhibit na masasabi mong I would say it's a high caliber exhibit. Considering that we are in the midst of pandemic.
Right. Yun nga kumbaga everything fell into place, 'di ba, Mang Ato? Kasi just recently, 'di ba, inallow na rin ang exhibits and everything. Kumbaga everything fell into the right place.
Yes, and we're not anticipating this. We're anticipating na talagang virtual lahat ang mangyayari. Kaya karamihan ng mga kasabayan nating mga festivals ay virtual sila. So I think this put the Ortigas Art Festival in advantage.
At the forefront, no? Siguro I can pass this naman to Yusek Liza. Ito nga po, kumbaga dumarating na Yusek ang mga vaccines, and ano po yung naitutulong nito, or what message does this naman give to the filmmakers and the artists who you are involved with?
Well, sana naka-priority kami sa vaccines, no? Pero syempre, we respect na talagang ang mga priority muna natin, yung mga frontliners natin. But the FTCP is always working with the DOH and working with the respective LGUs para makita natin kung saan nagpo-fall yung artist pagdating sa tier ng mga bibigyan ng vaccines. But more than the vaccines, ang goal lang namin ngayon is sana mag-open. Ito nga, na nag-open na nga yung cinemas. The government finally allowed for the opening of the cinemas. And I'm hoping that in the next coming weeks, susunod na po yung ating mga sinihan. The protocols are there already, and I'm sure they are aligning with the protocols that were provided by our government, because this is going to really help us recover. Ang 80% ng kinikita ng industriya ng pelikulang Pilipino ay nasa cinemas po. So right now we're already at a 12 billion loss, and it's really hurting the entire industry. So as we try to just get back on our feet by the opening of the cinemas, because of that, magsa-start na ulit yung production ng mga films kasi meron ng pagpapalabasan, at because of the vaccines, mas maraming pelikula na ang pwede ring magawa. Sana magtuloy-tuloy na, dahil talagang kailangan na talaga kailangan na nating makapag-extend ng tulong sa mga artists natin, dahil talagang hanggang ngayon naghihikahos pa rin.
Right. O nga, coming from this napakatagal na period, nakikita na natin unti-unti yung pag-asa na maibalik. Siguro we can pass this now naman to, again, back to mga ato. Mga ato, ito po kasing pandemic, like what Yusek Liza mentioned. This pandemic may have taken most of us, di ba? Yung oras natin, tsaka yung mga social interactions natin between each other. As an artist, baka po maikwento nyo sa amin, papaano makakakita ng silver lining itong mga viewers natin, or even those that are also exploring art in a sense?
Well, as a mentor, I'm not only concerned with the well-being of our mentee, but also the gains we had achieved in our art community, particularly the trust of our audience. After the lockdown in March, I formed the e-mentoring program. Number one, so that the enthusiasm and the inspiration of the young artists will not disappear. Number two, so that we will have an update on the condition of every mentee. Number three, learning process will continue and also help if somebody is in need. And number four, we realize in this time of uncertainty that art is essential as a healing process, not only to the artists, but also to the people around them. That's why we really want to put in the forefront art and art appreciation. And hopefully we will be back to normal, that galleries will be open, museum will be open. And I'm very happy with the Ortigas Art Festival that we really started it.
Ayun, mga ato. Yun. Thank you, mga ato. Napakaganda nung sinabi ni mga ato, kasi ito nga kailangan at times we also have to be resilient as as people who appreciate art and also people who do art, 'di ba? And isa 'yun sa nakakatulong itong Ago Studio, Ortigas Art Festival, 'di ba? Na yun nga, mga ato, 'di ba, as much as possible they need to at least experience it, 'di ba? Kahit pinsan.
Yes. Oo, totoo.
Yun. And also, mga ato, ito, yung kumbaga, paano nila makikita yung kagandahan? Siguro, as a mentor po, how can they say or how can they see the beauty of every day from the simple things that they experience or see na matatranslate po nila into art?
Well, sa simula't simula, no, yung sa akin, yung art appreciation, nandun kagad yung positivity eh. Nandun kagad yung gain ng every individual. And also, lalong-lalo na sa mga creatives, yung mga gumagawa nito, yung mga artists, no? And you know, yung dilemma na hindi ka makagawa. And I think the e-mentoring answer it because yung mga kabataan na sabi ko nga yung gains na nakuha ng art community for the last 5 years, no, yung lumaki yung audience, lumaki yung mga collectors. And, you know, nagkaroon ng kabuhayan yung mga, hindi lang yung mga established artists, but also the young artists. But due to the, you know, the lockdown, ang natakot ako na baka, yun nga, mag-slide all the gains we did. So immediately I form an e-mentoring because I've been mentoring them physically.
Right.
So kung di kami nagkakaalaman, hindi lang naman sila ang tingin ko magkakaroon ng parang anxiety or but also pati ako pati ako as a mentor or even as an artist, parang you know, parang tinatanong mo sa sarili mo, ano kaya mangyayari sa amin, no? We're detached to our audience. So ibig sabihin, we're detached to the market and we don't want that to happen.
Yan, very well said from Mang Ato. Siguro we can pass this naman to Miss Maritess. Si Miss Maritess while in lockdown, nakahanap po siya ng way on how to cope up. And with the help of her camera and her, kumbaga napakaganda rin kasi ng view ni Miss Maritess from her balcony, she gets to capture itong kagandahan ng mga sunsets. Miss Maritess, go ahead please. What inspired you to capture the beauty of sunsets and how big of a role does it play during the lockdown period for you? I think Tita, you're on mute. Naka-mute lang po. Yan.
Okay. The lockdown has taken everything away from us. All that was left was a hand phone and a rosary on the other hand. The hand phone to capture nature and the beauty before us. The rosary for hope and strength to be safe and survive the pandemic. We live in a condominium that has a 270-degree view of Green Hills. On a clear day, we can actually see Manila Bay and the famous Manila Bay sunset.
Ayun, Tita. Oo nga, Tita, we can see it from the photos here. So, also, Tita, maybe you can also discuss what attracted you to capture itong kagandahan.
I think I am hooked because of the colors.
Right.
The colors of the sunset are yellow, red, and orange. Red is the most red is the only color that we see most of the time because it occupies the longest range in the atmosphere.
Right. Ayun, napakaganda and also using your phone, Tita, di ba? I mean, it's
using my cell phone.
Also, yun nga, like what Mang Ato said, na yun nga, art is for everyone. Ito naman, photography is for everyone, di ba? Kasi using your smartphone, using digital camera, film, kung ano man yan, di ba? It's also for everyone. Tita, how does having a smartphone as the main medium make you less, kumbaga, ito bang having a smartphone, does it make you less of a photographer?
I don't think so. Because mobile photography is the future of the art form. It is discreet, intimate, and always ready to capture a moment. We use it to capture the world around us, friends and family, travel landscapes, the food we eat. Nothing escapes the quick snap of a smartphone camera. And it was said that the best mobile device is the one that is always with you. These days, the smartphone is always with us.
Oo, kumbaga, today rin kasi, photography is more accessible to everyone, lalo na with our smartphone, di ba? It's in our pocket and it's really accessible. So yun. Thank you, Tita, for that message. Maybe we can pass this on naman to Yusek Liza. Yusek, we've seen you, I mean, in terms of how can the passion for the arts and the love for filmmaking help artists amidst this pandemic?
Nako, sabi nga ni Sir Rene, 'di ba? Art heals. And amid the pandemic, ano ang nakasama natin during quarantine? 'Di ba? Mga content, nanonood tayo ng pelikula, nakinig tayo ng mga music. Ang daming mga naging performances na naging online, naging virtual, just so that they can find ways to extend to everyone kung paano makakatulong yung art para mag-cope tayo sa pinagdadaanan nating lahat. So, especially for artists, kaya it's so inspiring to have Ortigas Art Festival kasi it provides that semblance of normalcy na we were deprived of for more than a year now. And I hope that with the cinema, with film being part now of the Ortigas Arts Festival, they can utilize film as a medium to tell their stories, to share their experiences, yung mga pinagdaanan nila during lockdown, ano tong mga gusto nilang ikwento, because I know that these are very unique to us, 'di ba? Iba-iba yung level ng mga pinagdaanan natin during this pandemic. So it would be nice to use film as a medium to share this to a bigger audience para mas maraming makarelate.
Ayun, very well said. In terms of naman po, Yusek, kasi we've seen you, the FDCP, hold itong mga FDCP talks. Can you tell us more about this and your efforts to help the artists and filmmakers evolve their craft? Even if kahit may pandemic tayo, tuloy-tuloy pa rin yung pag-evolve ng kanilang mga sariling craft. Sige po.
Well, of course, the Film Development Council of the Philippines mandate is to develop and continuously elevate our cinema, the craft of filmmaking. So, hindi namin pwedeng hayaan na yung pandemic mapigilan yung aming adhikain at yung goal natin to continuously extend this support, not just to our filmmakers, pero kahit sa mga estudyante and those na nasa industriya na. So we really had to pivot online, and we were very happy because nakakita kami ng maraming partners na merong parehong goal. So hindi lang namin through our own programs nagawa yung mga film talks namin. Nagkaroon din kami ng alignment with even the private sector like Ortigas Cinemas. They were one of the very first partners namin for our behind yung film series natin. So talks about cinematography, screenplay, and sa panahon ng pandemic, na nasa bahay ka, this is the best time to develop projects. Right. This is the best time to write. This is the best time to incubate. So we want to take advantage of that. And so ang dami namin ginawang mga talagang platforms, activities throughout the year. We had this film industry conference which actually brought domestic and foreign mentors together. So we had international speakers talk about the global landscape of the film industry, and it was attended by around 2,000 attendees. Wow. So talagang sobrang natuwa din kami kasi ang daming gutom, ang daming sabik na magkaroon ng access sa mga ganitong klaseng workshops.
Ayun, thank you, Yusek. Siguro I can pass this on back to Miss Maritess. Miss Maritess, in terms of the activities we do here in Born Film, Photo Nation, and now with the Ortigas Art Festival, how big of a role naman do they play to uplift itong spirit ng mga photographers, artists, and visual storytellers ngayong pandemic? Sige po.
This is very important because the lockdown brought about a new breed of painters, sculptors, calligraphers, illustrators, printmakers, who gave a significant rise in the produce of the cultural content of society. Just like in world history, the Dark Ages, which is the fall of the Roman Empire, gave birth to the Renaissance, which produced great painters, Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, writers like John Milton, and scientists. I see that Born in Film, Photo Nation, and Ortigas Film Festival will provide our new artists a space where they can show their work and excel.
Ayun. Thank you, Tita. Yun nga ay kasi ngayon ang daming nating oras. Siguro it's a matter of utilizing that time para naman hindi masayang. So now moving on to Miss Mo. Miss Mo, for those visiting the Ortigas Art Festival, itong ongoing natin na exhibit, what are the main safety and health measures na Ortigas malls have put in place to secure ang mga visitors? Kasi baka iba dyan, they hesitate to go kasi baka they might not be safe. So, what can you say about this?
Okay. Overall, Ortigas Malls has been very conscious in practicing safety protocols as mandated by the IATF. So, upon entry to the mall, so of course, the face masks, the face shields are it's a prerequisite. And then in compliance with the Pasig City LGU, all visitors are required to present their Pasig Pass QR code for contact tracing purposes. Of course, each of the customers' temperature is also scanned upon entry to the mall. Now, inside the art festival area, we've placed directional markers to have a unified flow. So all the guests enter from the right and exit from the left. Together with that are gentle reminders on practicing social distancing. And we have also designated a security guard in the area who manages the number of people going inside the festival area. As of the moment, we limit the maximum capacity at a given time to 20.
Ayun. So, I assure you guys, if you go to the Ortigas Art Festival, it's very safe. Ms. Mo, in terms of ano naman, aside from what you mentioned, aside from Ortigas Art Festival, we understand that you also have other ongoing activities like the Changge in Green Hills and the after sundown activities. Baka you can discuss more about it and ano yung role do they play to attract people who are coping up with the pandemic?
Yes, okay. So in celebration of Women's Month this March, we have the following initiatives. Fantastic Wednesday sale for Green Hills, Genesitas, Estancia, where customers can enjoy up to 70% discount from participating establishments. Specifically for the Changge, we have the daily sale. This is part of our objective of supporting MSMEs. As you know, Green Hills is known as a business incubator. So we want our customers to support local goods, to support local businesses to help uplift the economy. For those who are not yet comfortable in visiting our malls, we have also launched My Ortigas Home Dashers, which is a personal shopper and delivery service. Our Home Dashers can shop anything for our customers from groceries, medicines, clothes, food, name it, then deliver it at the comfort of their home. So like what you mentioned, Franz, after sundown, it's an alfresco dining setup in Capitol Commons. Alternatively, we have Terraza Industria and Circle of Verde. Alfresco dining, as you know, is something that customers look forward to nowadays, and we intend to eventually launch it in all our malls.
Ayun. So, actually kanina when I went to Estancia, nakita ko yung after sundown. Nakakatawa. So, if you're within the area, you should try your best to visit. Ang daming mga, you can buy food, 'di ba mismo? And lots of other stuff. Yun.
And then they can enjoy the sunset there also.
Yes.
Like, you know, the hobby that Miss Maritess Ortigas has started. You know, it's very nice. Breathe fresh air, look at the surroundings. As a matter of fact, for this year, we were also able to extend an artwork there by Mr. Richard Buxton.
Right. Yeah. Oo.
Yes.
You can see it there. So, please,
Yes.
if you have time, try nyong ibisitahin. Paglabas nyo ng when you go out of the exhibit, it's just right outside. Di ba, Miss Mo?
Right. So they can breathe fresh air.
Oo nga. So, yun. We will be back. We'll take a quick break. And please stick around. And then we'll be back and we'll discuss more about our guests and what they do. So,
Okay lang ba?
ayan. Please stay.
One of the things that makes anything more enjoyable is being able to share it and being part of a community.
And quite frankly, what I get from Photo Nation is the fact that it's so non-judgmental.
They're so accepting of people, and I like that about Photo Nation, that people are willing to do that.
Photo Nation is hindi lang siya Filipino-based international group. Ano siya, one big happy family talaga siya.
Photo Nation is just one huge family.
I think probably the thing I like the most about Photo Nation is the fact that it's a supportive community, not there to score points.
Photo Nation, a platform that is no bashing.
It's you ask for help, you get help. The best part about Photo Nation is that everyone gets a chance to showcase their stuff. And if you ask, how did you get that? Can you teach me? The people respond and they're like, yeah, I'm actually learning things here.
We all started as a beginner, whether it's your self-taught or you learn from masters or you learn from YouTube. We should be humble enough to know and to accept that people who are willing to learn, we have to appreciate that because it's actually promoting the hobby or the passion that we love, which is photography.
Malaki talaga yung impact sa pag-i-improve ko as a photographer kasi hindi lang basics yung tinuturo, parang yung advanced stuff na.
I'm always welcome na idea na magkaroon ng isang community ang mga photographers. Yung imbis na magbangayan, nagtutulungan.
It feels really nice to be part of Photo Nation because of how active the group is. A lot of inspiration for me to take in.
Ko in-expect na ganito yung welcome ng Photo Nation sa akin.
Napagsama-sama ng Photo Nation ang mga photographer, anuman ang lahi nila.
I've met a lot of people from different regions sa country natin. Mas na-widen yung network ko.
Masaya kasi nakakapag-share ka ng free.
Yun na mas manada oportunidad. Pati el chances na mas kita grande din mi thinking about things na noy at na kalya ko nila.
Feel like I'm with a family that supports what I love and what I am passionate about. Mararamdaman mo na may value yung gawa mo and mas nakikita mo na there is an opportunity for you to grow in this industry.
I joined Facebook a year ago and you are the first group I joined. One big international family. It's great to be part of Photo Nation International.
Aside from the photography memes, pinakagusto na ako sa Photo Nation is activities like Photographer of the Week and sa mga Theme of the Week. I was really happy to be featured as the Photographer of the Week. It really helps and boosts me.
One of the things I like about Photo Nation is the fact that it's not limited by any demographic, by any location, or by year.
Tuwang-tuwa ako kasi siyempre first time ko maging part ng isang member na may malaking community. Maganda experience ko.
Nakita na ko na daghang mga parehas na kong edad ang misulay og photography diri sa mga sa Dipolo.
Nakatabang siya ka mo-grow ko as a photographer. Maka-inspire siya sa mga kasama ko na bagungan pa. Pag-join ako aning Photo Nation kay at first kay nakulbaan ko ato kay international siya.
Pag-ayat ko ken to Photo Nation ken dagiti na dumaduma nga aktibidades kay Domingo
kas dagiti pasalik nga paka-recognizean dagiti kas kanyak nga agdadamo ti fotografiya.
Người ta thường hay nói rằng là khi mà bạn muốn đi thật là nhanh thì bạn đi một mình, nhưng mà khi mà bạn muốn đi xa thì bạn sẽ đi cùng với cả những người khác. Thành ra là khi mà tham gia vào những cái group chơi ảnh như là Photonation thì nó giúp mình là sẽ nhìn được thấy rất là nhiều bức ảnh đẹp, và qua đó thì và cũng người ta cũng nhiều là photographer giỏi, thế thành ra là qua đó mình cũng được truyền cảm hứng hơn.
So paano ako mag-join karang community? Uning manahit kong bakal inspiration.
Yung first impression ko sa Photonation, walang toxic sa group. Parang dito sa Photonation nakaka-proud kasi parang nabibigyan ng voice yung mga Pilipino.
I think Photonation is there. It's kind of feel like home. Alam mong this group will help you grow.
Sobrang ganda ng podcast quality. Yun yung magagawa ng Pinoy. So nakaka-proud din.
Nagulat din po ako lalo kasi almost around the world kasali po eh. Parang ang laki pong privilege sa akin na sa Philippines po nag-start tong Photonation.
Pinoy pride kasi nga 'di ba? Doon yung group is sa Pilipinas. So parang kaya natin makisabay at maliit tayong bansa.
I think Photonation parang for me yung always active na ako.
Swerte gid ko kay naging part ko sa grupo ni. Hindi ko gid malimtan ang opportunity kag hindi ko gid pagsayawan.
Marami akong natutunan, lalo yung sa masterclass.
Photonation expanded my global knowledge, especially regarding Filipino photography. The Philippines seems to be pretty excited and actively pursuing the craft.
Feeling ko na welcome ka talaga kasi may mga toxic na mga tao. Nakakaugmat na nakaka-inspire sinda ng mga picture ninda na pinapairing sa mga bawat saro.
That worldwide photo walk, my gosh, I was surprised that many people showed up and it brought tears to my eyes. It was brilliant. There's so much love. I think that's the best way to say it. There's so much love in this community.
The truth is, this is merely a setback. This is merely one huge mountain that we have to traverse.
Hi guys, again we're still here with our guests tonight. Hindi ko na papatagalin, siguro I'll pass this on na to Miss Mo. Miss Mo, ano yung na-notice mo? What have you noticed so far about the turnout of visitors at Ortigas Art Festival 2021?
Okay, so year on year, the number of visitors actually increased. But given the pandemic, I should say that having a foot traffic of 200 to 300 packs per day is good enough. Another measure of success is the Facebook page of Ortigas Art Festival. For the past week, it has really been very active. We saw the growth in terms of the number of followers, and aside from that, engagement has also been very high. We also take a look at the number of art pieces sold because we want to be able to share proceeds with Art Relief Mobile Kitchen. As of the moment, Agos Studio is almost sold out.
Wow!
Kudos,
Congrats mga to! Congratulations!
Thank you mga to!
Ayun.
Yes.
Yun, thank you, Miss Mo. In terms of the festival itself, how has the festival grown over the years? We have actually photos that you sent us. Maybe you can discuss the photos that we'll show. Go ahead, Miss Mo.
Okay. So we are grateful and proud to see how the first admission-free month-long festival in the Metro has continued to evolve and improve throughout the year. Back in 2018, when we launched the first Ortigas Art Festival, we worked with over 60 celebrated local artists and featured various art forms such as photography, sculpture, and visual art. In 2019, we brought together over 130 artists representing Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao.
Wow.
In 2020, we were able to elevate the festival further by featuring over 200 local and international artists from across the globe, including the introduction of bocetos from talented artists. This year, we have leveled up once again, and some highlights of the festival would be collaborating with Agos Studio for an e-mentoring session, care of course, none other than our exhibit head, Mr. Renato Habulan. Art Relief Mobile Kitchen, our CSR component. Definitely the partnership with Born in Film. Favorite is the Photo Nation wall, representing over 11,000 members across 101 countries, which signifies that there's actually beauty in every day. Last but not least, our partnership with the Film Development Council of the Philippines, through, of course, QSEC, Liza Diño-Seguerra, because we were able to launch the first Ortigas Vertical Cinema Contest.
Wow. Nakaka-excite. Oo nga. Siguro I can pass this naman to Mga Ato. Mga Ato, we've seen you held workshops for the Ortigas Art Festival. Makakakita pa ba tayo? We will see more of the workshops, and gaano ka-importante na artists or aspiring artists join workshops like these? Sige, Mga Ato.
Okay. Talagang regular part yung workshop dito sa Ortigas Art Festival. I've been doing workshop for the Ortigas Art Festival since it started. It is my advocacy to reach out to a wider audience and democratize art. That's why we encourage laymen, the beginners, to experience the process and the techniques and the medium, yung exploration ng medium, no? I also took advantage on how to make them appreciate art and show to them that consuming art is not only owning one or buying an artwork, but also experiencing the magic of creating. So everybody can be an artist. Mag-imbitahin ko kayo on March 27, Saturday, 2 p.m., we will have a watercolor workshop for the beginners in Estancia. Maganda po sumali dito sa libreng workshop na ito. Dahil hindi lang po libre, kundi pati materyales libre rin.
Wow.
And I'm giving an acid-free paper.
Wow.
Kasi kung beginner ka, hindi mo alam kung anong tamang papel na gagamitin mo. Hindi mo alam. Sa watercolor, ang papel ay napakalaking factor para makagawa ka ng magandang pyesa. So, please follow the FB page of Ortigas Art Festival so you can be updated by the schedule.
Also, Mga Ato, we included dito yung Agos Studio. So, yan, the viewers can go to your page and also the Ortigas.
Oo. Yes.
Yan, para we can invite them kasi magandang opportunity to for you to learn. Lalo na ngayong pandemic kasi naghahanap tayo ng magagawa, di ba? Why not? Try natin ang watercolor with Mga Ato. Ayun. Thank you, Mga Ato.
Yes.
Tapos,
okay.
Go ahead, Mga Ato. Sige po. Do you want to add? Or, ayun, sige. Diretso ko na po, Mga Ato. In terms of Agos Studio, baka pwede nyo naman po ikwento what is Agos Studio, tsaka yung mga efforts nyo po to help artists, aside from those that you mentioned earlier, lalo na ngayong pandemic. Sige po.
Yes. Agos Studio was formed primarily for my advocacy. We want for Agos Studio to be a platform of the young artists and my mentoring program, and to help the mid-career artists who are not in the mainstream. Alam mo, sa art community, ang mid-career is always a problematic stage. Nandito yung mga challenges. So, we really want to open to the mid-careers. because nandito na yung challenge for having a family, the challenge of rearing your kids. So nawawalan sila ng space, nawawalan sila ng mga collectors. And sometimes the collectors, they are competing with their collectors because the collectors are already uploading their works. So ito talaga isang advocacy ko because I experience it. And number 3, to create exhibition spaces that are not traditionally galleries. Marami po tayong pwedeng gawing spaces. No? And I hope we can really explore these alternatives in showcasing our artworks.
Ayun. So again, please don't forget to follow ang Agos Studio. Again, at Agos Studio on Facebook and on Instagram din also. Ito, nakalagay dyan yung ng Agos Studio. So yun. Thank you mga ato. Ayun. Siguro we can pass this naman to Miss Maritess. Miss Maritess, in terms of your sunset, siguro we can tell more about, aside from those that you mentioned earlier, ano yung niyo po? Ano yung nagdadala siguro dun sa mga tao na nakakakita? For those that you inspire, probably, when you post your photos on Facebook, what do you think attracts them to your sunset photos?
Because the sunset is free for everyone. Lahat tayo nakakakita ng sunset na yan. I noticed recently after the exhibit, there are so many beautiful sunset photos. Sobrang ganda talaga. So, I don't know if it is the time of the year, the season, but the sunsets recently have been very colorful.
Right.
And you should try catching the sunset, and you'll find very beautiful work from your plain cell phones, new or old. I think you will be able to catch that very beautiful sunset.
Right. Ayun. Thank you, Miss Maritess. Siguro we can pass this question to Yusek Liza. Yusek, it's actually the first the first time FDCP has partnered with Ortigas Art Festival. How does your agency feel about this, and how does this can help filmmakers amid this pandemic?
Well, we're very grateful for this partnership, and nakakatuwa nga, sabi ko nga kanina na mas nagiging inclusive. Tapos nakikita na natin ngayon na art talaga extends to the many sectors, iba't ibang klaseng art, at yung Ortigas Arts Festival na pagsasama-sama niya lahat ng art ngayon. And now film is there, 'di ba? Hindi lang yung normally pag sa imong arts festival, visual art, ang nakikita mo performance art, so very rarely na-attach yung film. So it's nice that we're becoming more exclusive, and we're extending to the network that our Ortigas Arts Festival has, and kasama rin yung Ortigas malls, and so yes, sana talaga hindi lang ito yung maging start pa lang ito ng marami pang partnership with Ortigas, Ortigas Land Corporation and Ortigas Malls, because ang dami-daming pwedeng gawin. And now that nag-start na itong partnership na to, we look forward to many initiatives and projects together, especially since this September, we're celebrating naman, di naman National Arts Month, Philippine Film Industry Month naman. So we're excited for this partnership, and we hope that we can have again, Ortigas Land Corporation supporting naman this initiative.
Ayun. And then, Yusek, we maybe you can talk more about your agency. We actually have some film photos that we can, you can discuss more. Baka you can talk about your agency, ano po yung ginagawa ng FDCP?
Of course. Well, the Film Development Council of the Philippines is the national film agency of our country under the Office of the President. Our mandate is to develop and promote the growth of the film industry, promote our cinema locally and internationally. We participate in film markets, international film festivals. We make sure that our stories are heard and seen by not just Filipinos, pero lahat ng pwedeng makapanood ng mga kwento natin. We also have under the FDCP the preservation of our cinematic heritage, which is the Philippine Film Archive. And sa amin din, yung Film Philippines office, this is the office that facilitates the partnership, the collaboration between local producers and international producers in bringing these foreign productions to the Philippines, especially now, meron tayong bill na tinatawag na Film Philippines Act. If this is enacted into a law, and if it's institutionalized, yung initiative, yung ginagawa namin ngayon on encouraging international co-productions, mas mabibigyan na ng fund dahil may 500 million funding support ang ibibigay ng gobyerno kung ma-finalize or ma-institutionalize natin itong batas na to. And this will activate more partnerships, more collaborations with not just our ng ating mga local producers with international producers. The film industry is a global market. Alam naman natin yan. Especially ngayong pandemic, lalo nating nakita na ang access sa pelikula, ang access sa content ay hindi lang dapat na nakalimit dito sa Pilipinas dahil tayo napapanood natin yung lahat ng mga pelikula ng mga banyaga. So, kung ginagawa nila to na nai-import natin yung mga pelikula nila, dapat mas mag-export tayo ng marami nating mga pelikula. So this is now what we're prioritizing, and of course, while that is the end goal, ang dami, we have to backtrack on everything else, the whole process of developing content, helping in the production, helping in the promotion and distribution, and just really empowering our filmmakers para magkaroon sila ng tools, ma-equip natin sila with the know-how on how to work, not just with our domestic filmmakers, but with our outside filmmakers, with our international collaborators.
And Yusek, you mentioned international. Ito baka you can mention itong pictures that we're showing. So,
kakatapos lang ng Berlinale 2021, it was done virtually, and it was very successful dahil sa festival na ito, this is one of the top 3 festivals in the world, alam nyo naman. So mayroon tayong Berlin, Cannes, and Venice. So dito talaga namamayagpag ngayon ang ating mga Filipino filmmakers. We have around 5 creative producers who are participating in the visitors program. So nakikipag-usap sila para mapondohan yung mga projects nila sa mga international producers. May mga Berlinale talents tayo na actors and creatives na nagpa-participate para mas lalong ma-enhance yung kanilang knowledge. Na-pick up ang mga pelikula natin na binibenta sa European film market. We have one film right now na our first co-financed film with Ireland and UK. This is entitled Nocebo, and it stars Eva Green and Mark Strong, and we have our very own actress, Chai Fonacher. She is a Cebuana actress. She's now shooting in Ireland para maging part nitong pelikulang to, and she's part of the main cast. So talagang nagsa-start na yung global track, and I couldn't be more proud sa ating mga filmmakers na nakaka-transition dito sa direction natin na to.
Ayun. And ito naman, Yusek, the next photo.
Yung next photo. Ano yung next photo? Sandali.
Sorry. Here.
I can't see. Yan. That is our photo when we were in Cannes. So every year, every year, the Philippines has a country pavilion. So Cannes is the biggest film festival, and then it's the biggest film market as well. So dito talaga nagbebentahan ng mga pelikula. So kailangan may presence tayo dyan. So we bring producers with us. They talk with international co-producers, binibenta nila yung mga pelikula nila, naghahanap sila ng mga magpupondo ng pelikula nila. And itong picture na to, I think is our, nasa loob kami ng booth dahil kasama natin si Singapore dito sa loob dito sa Country Pavilion na to. So nag-join forces kami para mapagsama namin yung mga Filipino filmmakers and Singaporean filmmakers para makagawa rin ng mga international partnerships. And now we actually have around 3 films na co-produced by Singaporeans and Filipinos. So yun talaga that's what the film industry is all about. It's a relationship-based industry, and we this is what FDCP is doing. We're just trying to we're just catalysts, no? We're hosting these opportunities for them to partner.
Kumbaga nakaka-proud as a Filipino to hear this, di ba? Nakakatuwa na ang daming opportunities also for our kababayans. Miss Yusek, ito naman yung, I believe you're holding this tonight, the fan.
Yes. So yun nga, no, amid the pandemic, lumipad at namayagpag ang ating mga filmmakers. Last year, in 2020, nagkaroon po tayo ng 65 honorees, meaning nanalo po ang ating mga filmmakers sa iba't ibang film festivals sa buong mundo, sa iba't ibang international film festivals. They actually won. Hindi lang po sila sumali, pero nanalo po sila. And Film Ambassadors Night is our opportunity to celebrate their international victories. It's our chance to really recognize them and to let the Filipino people know and appreciate what they have been doing. No? We call them our film ambassadors dahil ambassadors po sila ng ating bansa through the films that they make and they showcase sa iba't ibang festivals. So we're proud of them, and it's actually playing right now po. And if you have time to catch it, it's at our FDCP page.
Ayan, it's ongoing. So, if you have the time yun, bisitahin natin.
Yes.
Ito, Yusek. The next one, BCDA. Sige po.
Yes. Of course, ang goal nga namin is makapag-partner with, mabuksan ng ating mga cinema. So, I've been lobbying lahat nilapitan na namin, no? Kasi, syempre, while we understand nga na we believe that there's a way to find a balance, no, prioritizing safety, but at the same time helping our sector open slowly and gradually. So I was able to have a meeting with Sir Vince Dizon, our vaccine czar, para magpatulong sa kanya kung paano ba mapapayagan ng IATF ang ating cinemas na mag-open. And yun na nga, no, nakakatuwa because yesterday was the official opening or the granting of our government for GCQ and MGCQ areas to na mag-open na yung ating mga cinemas. So I know that this is gonna be gradual, pero nandito kami to help in the campaign, to inform the public also of their responsibility and what they can do so that they can also safely go back to the cinemas and enjoy films inside the cinemas.
Oo, kumbaga konting ano na lang, konting kembot na lang, andun na tayo. Yeah. Ito naman, Yusek, I believe this is the relief program that you're pursuing.
Yes, last year the FDCP launched, no, days after the ECQ was announced, the Dear Action Program. So this is the Disaster Emergency Assistance and Relief. This is a cash financial assistance program that we were able to extend to our film and audiovisual workers. Kasi nakakalungkot na ang freelancers natin, and I'm sure a lot of our artists can really empathize with our situation, dahil hindi tayo kasama sa formal economy. Minsan hindi tayo nasasama doon sa mga government-instituted forms of support. So because of this, there's this gap, no? Dahil the DOLE, ang binigay nilang support is doon sa mga employees, the employment sector. paano na tayo? 70 to 80% ng film industry, the audiovisual sector, are all freelancers. So kami mismo sa FDCP, ni-reallocate namin, ni-realign namin yung budget namin para makapagbigay kami ng support sa workers. And we were able to support 5,000 workers, and we were able to give between 5,000 to 8,000 cash financial assistance to them.
Yun, napaka gandang news noon, lalo na for the filmmakers. May tulong ang FDCP, so please bisitahin niyo yung FDCP para you can avail for this. Ito naman, Yusek, your next the safe filming.
So Safe Filming program naman is the program of the FDCP so that we can help our productions na gusto nang mag-start mag-shoot. So because of the FDCP's we sought for support agad, no? April pa lang, hindi pa nagbubukas lahat. Nakipag-usap na kami sa DOLE, sa DOH, sa IATF para makagawa ng health and safety protocols para by the time na payagan naman yung production shoots, meron na tayong health and safety protocols para sa kanila. And that was where the Safe Filming program was born. And up to now, it has become a very important resource for a lot of our filmmakers, a lot of our production companies, even international production companies who are planning to shoot in the Philippines because klaro ang health and safety protocols natin. Nagpapasubmit kami ng mga safety plans bago sila makarating dito sa bansa. Ito pong program namin na to ang nagpa-facilitate niyan at sinisigurado natin na napapangalagaan natin ang ating mga workers kahit na nagtatrabaho sila sa very precarious and a very nuanced condition. Kasi alam nyo naman, di ba, parang production shoots, it simulates life. So maraming mga parang kailangan na extra and stringent measures to keep them safe.
Ayun. On behalf, Yusek, with the members, kasi marami ring members ng Photo Nation that are actually filmmakers and event photographers, napakalaking tulong ng ginagawa nyo, especially for us kasi nakikita namin na your agency is caring for us. Napakalaking tulong po nun. Thank you, Yusek. Siguro we can now move on naman po kay Miss Maritess naman. Miss Maritess, in terms of, kasi ito nga, we built what we call the Photo Nation or the Wall of Nation in the Ortigas Art Festival. Ano naman po yung nasasabi nito? How does the Wall of Nation and even having smartphone photographers like you, part of the main exhibit, symbolize photography for everyone? Sige po. Ay, tita, you're on mute po. Sige po.
I was taken aback by 600 plus entries to the Wall of Nations. During this time, I was monitoring so many of the members. By the way, congratulations for 12,000 members as of now.
We have?
Fans.
Wow, hindi ko pa na-check. Go ahead, tita.
So, I was amazed at the response of the youth especially. They were striving to be part of that wall. 600 entries or more, I think. So I have something to say to 12,000 photo nationals and born in filmers. We are solid because photographs is the language that speaks to the heart. And it only proves that photography is the universal language for everyone.
Wow, napaka lalim nung message ni Tita Maritess. Siguro we can pass this on naman to Mang Ato. Mang Ato, in terms of the Ortigas Art Festival, ano naman po yung in the coming years o siguro ano na naman po yung nililook forward nyo in the coming years post 2021, lalo na kapag na-lift na tong veil ng pandemic?
Okay. We want to help create new spaces that are open, no, and wall-less, because this can maybe yung very appropriate
right
sa new reality na mangyayari, that it is safer to go out to exhibit outside. Hindi natin po problemahin yung social distancing. And also showcase so if you're outside, you have to exhibit non-traditional contemporary art. Yung like mga installations,
right?
Installation that can withstand the environment, mga street murals, like graffitis. Ang dami nating mahuhusay na mga graffiti artists ngayon biglang yung street art buhay na buhay, and it is elevated to fine arts, no? So we will not concentrate on the wall-bound painting. Of course, that we cannot eliminate that. We cannot steal the standard. So we'll have that kind of art, but I hope we can go to the non-traditional art, like installations, graffiti, banners, and like what Miss Helen said, performance art. Ang ganda, ang husay natin dyan Ang daming grupo. Right. Ang daming grupo. It's a matter of mobilizing. We have to mobilize them early. Kasi talagang medyo matagal yung kung paano niluluto yung mga arte na yan, And sometimes, those artists, alam natin yung mga pwede na, yung mahuhusay talaga, wala sa bansa. So, tatimingan mo. So, there's really a challenge for next year, and adapt to the new reality. And, adapting to this new reality, lalo tayong magiging contemporary. Lalo tayong magiging, the art that is now. The art is that is really very relevant of today's condition. So, yan yung paghahandaan natin. So,
we're very excited mga to. Kasi it's something that I'm sure we can experience. Diba? Ito yung parang hinihintay rin kasi natin. Kasi syempre ngayon, we can experience yung kumbaga kasi like in other countries, 'di ba, yung like what you mentioned, installation art, 'di ba? It's something that you can physically experience. Pero with the pandemic, hindi siya ma-experience ngayon kasi nga kumbaga kulang, 'di ba? Yung kumbaga yung limitations din kasi. Pero yun, is something na nakaka-excite. Lalo na yung performance art, 'di ba? Dance, 'di ba?
Yung performance art, napakalakas natin sa performance art. Even kahit ang lapit-lapit lang ng grupo dyan, nakabase sa Hong Kong, ang dami nila dyan pwedeng sumali. Or even yung mga our locals from Davao, Iloilo, Cebu to sa buong bansa, ang dami-daming grupo. So it's just a matter of connecting to them
out,
and make them prepare and preparing it early. So, and this kind of art, this art form, will be the art form that will reflect now. What is now.
Right. Even music, mga ato, no? Performance.
Yeah, talagang ang dami na ngayon sa sa contemporary art na incorporated yung music. Using non-traditional medium, like pipes, plastic, bamboo, and so on and so forth. So ito yung and it will be very exciting for mall goers if you think it in the context of showing it in Ortigas Art Festival.
Ayun. Thank you mga ato. Siguro now we can go now to questions. Again, if you have any other questions, please send them in. We are collecting the questions for our guests. We'll accept 3 questions. Siguro may first question na pumasok. Maybe I can throw this to anyone. Among the arts in the Ortigas Art Festival, which one is your favorite or most memorable one you saw? Siguro mga ato, since you're there. Sige po. Sa ngayon po.
Well, talagang of course, I would always have a bias for the visual art or the painting. But to give credit to photography is always a blockbuster in every art festival. You know, it's always a blockbuster, whether it's here or abroad. So continue the inviting photography group for the art festival.
Yeah, oo. And kami naman, we're very supportive. We kahit ano, we're ready to help. Siguro, I can throw this siguro with Yusek. Ikaw Yusek, ano po yung ano yung nag-stuck sa inyo nung nagbisita kayo dun sa art festival?
Ako, syempre, yung wall. Sobrang, I even had a picture dun sa wall. Kasi parang, it represents so many things.
I think we have.
Ayan, diba? So, ang dami niyang nire-represent. It represents people, a collective action, and ang ganda nung reference na, diba, parang yung wall normally divides, but yung wall ng Photo Nation, it brings everyone together. So that's very, very symbolic, especially in this time of where we really need to be with each other. You know, kailangan natin ng lakas ng bawat isa, you know, ngayon. So nakaka-empower makita yung wall na yon. And to hear na you're 12,000 strong, parang ay sana, you know, maraming mga organizations, maraming mga groups, yung ganito, yung maging ganito yung goal na parang lumalaki siya kasi nakikita yung value, di ba? Hindi naman lalaki ang isang organization kung hindi nakikita yung value, why they wanna be there. So they wanna be part of that community. And I hope that more organizations, even in our sector, can also have that kind of objective and goal to bring everyone together for the love of their particular art.
And also, Yusek, your husband, si Sir Ice, joined Photo Nation. Oo.
I know, di ba?
Napakaganda
Siya napa-recruit agad, di ba? Because not a lot of people know that my husband is really he calls himself an enthusiast, pero sobrang galing niya. Hindi niya
Totoo. We saw the photos.
Pag hindi niya pag hindi niya masyadong napapractice, parang very insecure siya dun sa art niya. Pero he really loves that. Like, he would go to photo walks. And when he discovered na may mga photo walks kayo, I think parang ngayon nagsaschedule na siya na abangan niya kung kailan mangyayari yon. So thank you. You know, ito yung isa sa mga bagay na concretely na nagagawa niyo sa mga katulad niyang artist.
Thank you, Yusek. So siguro we can pass this naman to Miss Maritess. Kayo po, what's struck with you? Aside from siguro, Tita, aside from the wall siguro, baka you can also talk about the others. Sige po.
Wala, Francis. Nothing compares to our wall.
Sige po.
I am saying the truth. This is the first time I've seen that. We were talking about it, but I never realized that the impact is as such talaga namang overwhelming.
Kumbaga, also yung ano nila yung makita ng mga photographers, ay, part ako nito, di ba? It's really...
You look at their pictures on Facebook, tapos hina-highlight nila yung maliit nilang picture out of the whole wall.
Circle.
Wow, sobrang very overwhelming talaga.
Ayun.
Kaya nga ako nandito because of your Photo Nationals. Hintay nila ako.
Thank you, Tita. Ayan, siguro we can pass this to Miss Mo. Kayo, Miss Mo. Aside from, yun, if you'd like to mention the wall, sige po.
Can I share? Sorry, I just need to mention something because I'm not really a big... I become an aficionado whenever I'm inside the museum. Pero hindi talaga siya something na magaling ako, no. Pero sobrang na-appreciate ko yung mga paintings, especially yung kay Froilan. Meron siya
Right.
yung the woman na with the trees, yung green, the green.
Right, oo.
My God, that was for me thought-provoking, and hanggang ngayon dala-dala ko pa rin siya.
Oo.
Like I can't stop thinking about that image, and that was so beautifully made, and that really got me to really asking, what is being done to ano naman, I mean, what we are doing with the FDCP, to promote our cinema in every nook and cranny of the world. What are we doing to promote this, to promote our talents, our visual artists?
Right.
Because I do believe that they can go head to head with the most amazing, most famous painters if given the platform and if given the chance to be exposed. So and I had the chance to really be able to talk to some of the artists, and I salute. I just want to take this opportunity to say that I salute all of you for your talent and for grabe, ang gagaling ng Pilipino. Yun.
Totoo. Oo. Siguro kay Miss Mo naman, Miss Mo, kayo, what can you say? Ano yung nag-stuck sa'yo with this year's exhibit?
Okay, so I would have to say that lahat naman sobrang ganda. They mentioned about the Photo Nation wall. I would like to give special credit to the Agos Studio Art.
Right. Blockbuster this yung mga ato na sold out, di ba? Almost.
Yes. I think as I was walking through the exhibit of the mentees of Mang Ato, I saw how raw the outputs were. Right. And I can say that these are, aspiring contemporary artists. And they will make it there. They are the Mang Atos of the future.
Totoo.
When you go around, it's like you really have to stop and, think. It will make you stop and think, reflect about life. It's subject to interpretation. Whether it be positive or negative, it's actually up to you. But it will make you reflect. And then another thing that I was able to appreciate were the journals. Right. Very authentic, very innocent. As they were going through the process of a year-long mentoring session from Mang Ato. Wow. I can just imagine what they were going through, the experiences that they were sharing. Because as a matter of fact, Mang Ato has been discussing with us his yearning to actually impart his knowledge. And he reached out from the different artists from different provinces, as able to see the influence of each artist. They have a different they have different styles. The emotions that they want to reflect. So that's it. And I hope to be like what I said, no, I'm not really an artist. I wish to be trained under Mang Ato. I hope I can also be a very good photographer like you guys. I hope I can also be a filmmaker later on. Through this art festival, it's really a very enriching experience. Hopefully later on, when I have more time, I can,
why not?
spend sessions with you guys.
Diba? Kumbaga ito nga, it symbolizes art is for everyone. Diba? Napakaganda. Siguro, we'll take one last question from the viewers. It's from Julie Gonzalez. Ang tanong po niya, was it challenging to get the artists together? I think the partners together with the limitations brought about by the pandemic. Go ahead, Ms. Mo. Challenging ba daw?
Okay. Initially, it was. Because during the time of the pandemic, I had phone call discussions only with Mr. Renato Habulan and Miss Helen. And then we weren't sure if the artists will be available because in the previous art festivals, we would meet several times in Estancia to brainstorm, to really plan for it. But we were so overwhelmed because as the days went by, Mang Ato was saying that, there were several artists who were interested, and he has completed his 1-year e-mentoring session. That's why we had Ago Studio. And then through Miss Maritess Ortigas, of course, we met you, Franz, and then you came on board. And then, of course, Liza has been our partner, like what she has mentioned earlier, since last year. When we were touching base with FDCP, oh wow, there was overwhelming support. And then even after having a number of groups participate already, we were receiving inquiries on the others who still wanted to join. So I think people were actually clamoring for something to see beyond the four walls of their room. They want to go out. They want to see the beauty of everyday through the eyes of different people. So challenging initially, but through the help of all of you guys, it became very, very good, very enriching experience.
Yeah. And Miss Mo, singit ko lang kasi we're also, 'di ba, ang Ortigas is also doing the vertical cinema contest. Baka you can mention na ito nga kasi I think it's only 1 week left na lang. Tama, 'di ba?
That's right.
How can they join? Maybe you can invite them.
Yes. So in partnership with the Film Development Council of the Philippines, we launched the first Ortigas Vertical Cinema Contest last February 16. For more details, people can check the Ortigas Art Facebook page, but in a gist, all participants are expected to submit a 2-minute short film depicting the beauty of everyday. Criteria for judging would be relevance to the theme, 20%, creativity and storytelling, 30%, cinematography and editing, 20%, overall impact, 30%, for a total of 100%. So the deadline on the submission of entries is on March 11. That's basically 5 days away. And the announcement of winners will be on March 19. So at the end, 10 short films will be awarded. Wow. The top 3, so the first place will receive 15,000 pesos, the second place 10,000 pesos, and the third place 5,000 pesos. The remaining top 7 will receive 2,000 pesos each. So we're really excited for this. There are so many people expressing their interest to participate in the vertical cinema contest. So we can't also wait to show you the results. By March 20, we'll be posting them at the Ortigas Art Festival Facebook page.
Ayun.
Watch out, guys.
And also yung mga members, those members of Photo Nation who are also filmmakers, why not join, di ba? Ang daming pwedeng sumali.
Correct.
Dito.
Like, artists for all.
Right.
So, yeah, everyone is welcome.
Ayun. And siguro, to wrap things up, maybe we can have Yusek Liza ulit. And for those who'd like, Yusek, for those who'd like to connect with FTCP, saan po sila pupunta? And please invite them to visit your booth in the Ortigas Art Festival.
Yes. So we are featuring our film Ambassadors Night honorees for 2020 and our awardees sa Ortigas Arts Festival. So if you have time, please do check it out. But for those naman who wants to understand more about what the FDCP has in terms of our programs, please go to fdcp.ph or visit our Facebook page at fdcp.ph then.
Ayun, thank you, Yusek. Siguro let's hear it from naman muna, Miss Maritess. Miss Maritess, maybe you can invite them to visit the Ortigas Art Festival and the other booths. Sige po.
Yes, our Ortigas Art Festival will be on until March 31, 2021 at the ground floor, East Wing of Estancia at Capitol Commons, Pasig City. We hope you can see the exhibit and realize all the effort that these young people have put into it for you to be able to see through their eyes the beauty of everyday.
Ayun, thank you. Miss Maritess, siguro let's hear it from Mang Ato naman. Mang Ato, for those who'd like to like you've been able to blockbuster yung natin. Maybe you can invite them also to check out the artworks and they can also buy if they'd like to Sige po. Ay, nakamute po kayo, Mang Ato. Sige po.
Okay. We are inviting you guys to visit the Agos Studio booth and see the works of the young artists under the e-mentoring program. These guys is represented. These guys came from different provinces like Pangasinan, Bulacan, Metro Manila, Iloilo. So you'll see the diverse artworks of our young artists. And I would like to thank the Ortigas Land and Ortigas Mall for giving us this opportunity and supporting this festival. And I would also want to give thanks to all the support staff. They really made a difference.
Right.
Working for 4 years, this team is really, I'm very thankful to them. Thank you.
And thank you, Mang Ato, for your without you, I'm sure hindi to magiging ganito kaganda. Diba? And Mang Ato, ito may comment na pumasok. Mang Ato, I kept coming back to view the Agos exhibit. I appreciate the art and was drawn to them. I support your cause and I'm really glad to help. Yan. Si Liza, one of our other Lizas in the Born and
Salamat po. And the support to this young artist is really worth it. They deserve this opportunity. They would be the next artist to watch.
The next Mang Ato.
Already winners. They're winners of a lot of competition. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Mang Ato. Siguro now we can hear from Miss Mo. Miss Mo, baka you have a message to all the partners and baka you can also invite the viewers to visit the Ortigas Art Festival that's ending in March 31. Sige po.
Right. Thank you, Franz. So on behalf of Ortigas Mall, I'd like to extend our extreme gratitude to our exhibit head, Mr. Renato Habulan, for helping us put together a great show. His passion and dedication to art is contagious. His efforts are relentless, and we are very proud of his e-mentoring session. We are grateful that he presented the Agos Studio 2021 graduates in this year's festival, and we look forward to meeting more of his mentees as he fulfills his mission in sharing his God-given talents to the youth. Our consultant, Ms. Helen Mirasol, for always challenging us and keeping us together. Thank you for helping us establish Estancia as an art hub. Our new partners, Born in Film, thank you for a very colorful exhibit which has opened our eyes to the beauty of everyday through the lens of over 11,000, now 12,000 members of Photo Nation. To the Film Development Council of the Philippines, of course led by none other than Liza Diño-Seguerra, thank you for believing in us and for partnering with us that we may launch the first ever Ortigas Vertical Cinema Contest. This is another first, and we are excited to receive the entries. Like what you've mentioned, we are very much excited for the upcoming projects that we'll have with you. I would also like to thank Arnel Borja, Richard Boxani, Vini, La Maison, and PhilArts for their participation and overwhelming support. So, and I would like to take the opportunity to invite all of you to please visit the Ortigas Art Festival 2021 in Estancia Capital Commons, Pasig City, which runs until March 31. We guarantee you a feast of the senses and that you'll keep wanting to come back. Please also join us for our remaining workshop. Tomorrow, March 7, from FDCP, Editing with Ms. Cha Espiritu. March 13, Materiality and Illusion by Agos Studio. March 19, Visual Storytelling by you, Franz. And then another one on March 26, Dark Room Developing, again by Franz Lopez.
The old
and
process.
Then, yes, our last on-site session, like what Mr. Habulan mentioned earlier, March 27, in Estancia, Pasig City, watercolor for beginners. Okay, he'll be providing materials, the acid-free paper. So come on, guys, do join us on March 27. Again, a gentle reminder to those joining the first Ortigas Vertical Cinema Contest. Deadline for entries is on March 19. let us all work together to keep art alive. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Miss Mo. And now, we'd like to call Tito Bong, ang ating and I think he has a message to our partners. Go ahead, Tito Bong. I think you're on mute.
Hi.
Go ahead.
Good evening, everyone.
Evening.
Have you heard of the old saying, no man is an island? Surely, narinig na ninyo yan. I can say that this is true because of the Ortigas Art Festival accomplishments. We have proven to everyone that there's no such thing as long as we support, no such thing is possible as long as we support each other to attain these objectives. Sabi nga ng tatay ko, walang malayo sa gustong marating. We all have squeezed hard para lumabas ang ating creative juices to make this event successful. Thank you very much. Yusek Liza Diño-Seguerra of FDC, Mang Ato Habulan of Agos Studio, Miss Monique Castañeda and of the Ortigas Malls, and Mrs. Maritess Ortigas. Thank you so much for gracing our Factor podcast in behalf of France and the Born in Film Management Committee for giving us the opportunity to show what every medium together means. We are looking forward to working with you again. Always keep safe and God bless.
Ayan. Thank you, Tito Bong. And habol ko lang, kasi for those who don't know, nanalo na po ng award ang Ortigas Art Festival. So, mismo, baka you can mention, ito nga, we're actually looking for, who knows, manalo ulit ang Ortigas Art Festival. Please, go ahead, mismo.
Oh, yeah. So, we won 2 awards for Ortigas Art Festival. That was in 2019. First was the Asia Pacific CD. So, that's among the different countries in the Asia Pacific region where we won for innovation in the use of events. Because, as you know, we were able to put together various art forms in one venue, and we were able to establish Estancia as an art hub. The next one in the same year also was another CD award, this time international business, meaning all the countries around the world. Mm-hmm. So this one we won because we were able to successfully make art more accessible to everyone.
Right.
Okay, so because the Ortigas Art Festival doesn't charge, I mean to say it's free for all, it's free entrance. So, people can just drop by, enjoy. So there, we are very grateful. And through your help, actually, we think we can win another award through the partnership with all the groups we have this year.
Hopefully. Sana makatulong.
Yes. We'll cross our fingers.
Ayun. Thank you, Miss Mo.
Thank you.
Ayun. And again, don't forget to tune in next week as we present to you Photo Nation Magazine, where we will be having lots of sections where you can learn and be inspired. And actually, ang Ortigas Art Festival will include it there. Also, on March 19, we'll be having our visual storytelling workshop, like what Ms. Mo mentioned, where you can learn photography, not the technical aspect, but more of the creative process. And also, on March 26, we'll be having the second workshop where it will be covering analog photography. And ito na, tonight, we are launching yung VR experience. App na po siya. You can go now to www.borninfilm.com. So for our members who, kasi ang dami pong nagtatanong, hindi siya makapunta ng Manila kasi nasa Cebu, nasa ano. We took the time to capture it in 3D para you guys can do a VR experience. So go to borninfilm.com now. Nasa pinakailalim po nakalagay doon VR experience, and you get to see the wall. Andun po yung Photo Nation wall. You can also, if you have VR glasses or VR goggles, you can put them on, and then ma-experience nyo na po yung booth natin doon. And again, don't forget to hit subscribe on our YouTube channel, and this will also be on Spotify. Just search for Film Factor Podcast. This has been Born in Film on Air. My name is Franz. Thank you for joining us. Snap Talk will be coming up next at 10 p.m. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you so much. Good night.
Thank you so much. Good night.
a heavy light. The streets are empty and you don't feel right. You didn't want to let yourself down, so don't be scared to get out. Here's 1,000 voices saying